A warm welcome to all our students returning to the college campus this September. We're really looking forward to seeing you all. This includes our new students, those who joined us last year but have never been able to attend in person because of COVID-19, and those who are on site up to March 2020 but whom we've only seen on Zoom screens since. For those who don't know me, my name is Stephen Wright. I'm the Academic Director and one of the Vice Principals of the college. This message is to give you a few details about how we're planning to make the college a COVID-secure environment for everyone, and some guidance about various situations. Do please read the detailed guidance in the 3-page document entitled CV19 Staff and Student Guidance on Moodle. I'm going to summarise this information and guidance in 5 points. First of all, tests. Everyone coming into college on a frequent basis should test themselves for COVID-19 twice weekly with lateral flow tests. If you receive a positive lateral flow or PCR test result, you must tell the college and follow government advice. Lateral flow tests should be taken at home before accessing public transport where possible. This reduces the spread of COVID-19 if a positive test result is recorded. You still need to test yourself if you've received a COVID-19 vaccine. As you probably know, you can pick up self-test kits from some pharmacies, or you can follow the links on the COVID guidance document on Moodle. If your lateral flow test result is negative, you should report your results to the NHS at the gov.uk reporting website. If your lateral flow test result is positive, you should self-isolate straight away. Check with the NHS guidance if people who live with you need to self-isolate. Report your result on the gov.uk website as soon as possible. Get a PCR test to confirm your result, and a link to book a test is provided on our COVID guidance document. You must tell the college. You must continue to self-isolate until you get the result of the PCR test, and follow the advice you're given when you get the result. If your PCR test result is positive, you should self-isolate straight away. Check with the guidance if people you live with also need to self-isolate, and tell the college. If you've been in close contact with someone who tests positive for coronavirus, if you're fully vaccinated with a UK-approved vaccine, you don't need to self-isolate, but you are advised to take a PCR test to confirm that you are negative for COVID. If you're not fully vaccinated with a UK-approved vaccine, you must self-isolate. So that's number 1, testing. Number 2, face coverings. All individuals coming into the college buildings are expected to wear a face covering in communal and public areas unless they're exempt. This is no longer mandated in law, but it is good practice which will help keep everyone safe. It's expected that everyone in the building will wear a face covering in communal areas like corridors, toilets, student lounge, dining room, reception, and so on. And this includes all staff, students, and visitors, unless you are alone in a room. If you forget your own face covering, face coverings are freely available in multiple pick-up points around the building. If you can't find a face covering, please go to reception. So wearing a face covering is now part of our daily routine unless you're exempt, and we'll need to work together to achieve this. Point 3, ventilation. Ventilation is part of the government's strategy to manage the spread of the coronavirus. A risk assessment of the college's ventilation needs has been undertaken, and the college needs to maximise the natural ventilation in communal spaces to minimise the spread of the virus, and therefore we're following the following guidance. Windows will be open in all lecture rooms and chapel when in use, as well as in staff offices where meetings are being held. So as autumn and winter approach, you may need to come dressed for some chilly drafts. Point 4 is personal hygiene. Everyone is advised to clean their hands thoroughly and more frequently than in normal times by making use of the multiple hand sanitizer stations around the buildings. And everyone is encouraged to ensure good respiratory hygiene by promoting the catch it, bin it, kill it approach. Point 5 relates to the COVID-19 app. We're asking all students, staff and visitors to use the NHS COVID-19 app to check in on campus. There are QR codes on posters around the building to help you do this. The app also has the option to be used for contact tracing. If you enable this, it will log other app users near to you. And if any of those users test positive for COVID-19, you'll receive an alert with advice. So there are the 5 points: tests, face coverings, ventilation, personal hygiene, and app. It's not quite as snappy as hands, face, space, etc., but I don't expect any of this will come as a surprise, as most of us have been operating under such conditions in various settings for a good while now. Above all, please be considerate of other people. For example, although there's no longer an official 2-metre rule, we need to respect the possible desire of others to maintain a degree of social distancing. When we gather in chapel or in lectures, we will seek to ensure that we're not too tightly packed together and that we're facing the same way, or if we're addressing a group, that we're doing so at a safe distance. Of course, if you have any concerns about your own safety or that of others, please do speak to a member of staff. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to seeing you very soon.